Greetings and welcome to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Last episode, we arrived here on Noveria after finishing a few side quests in the Horsehead Nebula, and now we're ready to explore, focus on our main quest here, and see what we can do. Let's talk to this merchant first, Opold.
This one offers greetings. You are the specter that visits Port Hanshan.
I see you heard already.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed specter. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
I see, so you want me to smuggle?
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
Tell me about the contents.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
Who is receiving this package?
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
Alright, see it my way.
I'd be stupid to do this without knowing I'm not equipping my own enemies.
Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. You understand this one's urgency. That other grows restless from the delay.
Interesting. Alright, I'll do it.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Analeus. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
What are you selling?
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
Well, standard for now. And you got armors. They're all bad. You have a Medigel upgrade, which I'm gonna buy, and a Rosenkopf Materials license. And let me sell you my junk. For now. So yeah, interesting quest, this one. You can finish it in a few different ways, actually. You can tell Analeus about him, which I've never done. That might actually give us the spaceport pass thing that we're looking for. But I don't know. You can also give it to Inamorda for, renegade points and extra money, but the money is so little. Like, he gives you extra, but it's like, I don't remember, like 750 or 500 versus 500, something like that. So it's more worth it for the renegade points than the actual money, and we never find out anything about Inamorta. Like, why is he here? I thought it was gonna be something that's gonna like bite us in the ass or something. And we're gonna meet him later, we're gonna have to fight him. But it turns out, you know, nothing really comes of it, so I guess he's here on his own business. Opold asked you for your help smuggling a package through customs. We can return it. I mean, for role-playing purposes, I am going to get the Paragon and just do this the simplest way.
Good day, Commander. I trust you are behaving yourself, not mixing yourself up in any questionable activities?
Of course not. I wouldn't dare.
I don't generally get involved in that sort of thing.
No, of course. I thought you'd be too intelligent for such a thing. If you were, I would have to recite some tedious speech, then ask you to leave. Just so we understand each other.
Yeah, no shady things for me. No smuggling or anything. So, personal questions.
Tell me about yourself.
You first. I'm just a security guard. I heard that there were no human specters. How did you get that job?
Body count. I'm a test case. It's political BS. Well, we did save Eden Prime.
My crew and I were involved in Saren's raid on Eden Prime.
You disabled the nuke. That makes sense. Special Tactics likes people who can think on their feet. I served in the Marines for a decade, mustered out, and went private sector. I was under fire a few times, so I ended up leading this detail.
Okay. Tell me about the port security here.
There are guards everywhere. Are there that many problems here?
I'm sure Parasini-san gave you the ultra-special blah-blah about business here. Everyone wants to be protected from everyone else, but everyone also thinks they have a special right to kick over everyone else.
So you keep them in line?
So you have to keep them from getting too eager.
Most of my job is diplomacy. Two corps start yelling at each other, my people walk in, flash some ceramic, and they start talking civilly. If there is anything this job has taught me, it's how to be impartial.
They have their own security?
Don't they have their own security forces?
Everything from hackers to mercenaries. They have investments to protect, after all. But we are the only ones allowed to bear arms. Which is why the companies constantly try to bribe my people. I have a clear policy against freelancing. Anyone who works on the side is fired.
Okay. Guarding Normandy.
Why are you still here? Are you guarding my ship?
All of the companies have secrets. Some of them deal in things that are not quite legal. Having a Spectre here makes them nervous. Analea-sama is buried under petitions to kick you off world.
I see, so you're protecting us.
Then you're actually protecting Normandy from the companies.
I am protecting them from themselves. They do not have the personnel or training to assault an Alliance frigate.
Fair enough.
I'll be moving on.
Very good, Commander. Please stay out of trouble.
And you, do you have anything to say? Kara Sterling?
I'll be keeping my eye on you.
I'm sure you will. Okay, let's go back to Opold here. So I guess Inamorta is going to do something really bad with. Normally we shouldn't give it. We should just give it to Analeas. I feel like part of the security team is gonna have to deal with Inamorta, or whatever is gonna go down.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
You can also keep the package, apparently. But yeah, here you go.
Here you are.
The Spectre has done a great service for this one. From the deepness of light, it thanks you. This one promised compensation for services rendered. It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
Hey, come on, that's a little...
Would you have had any chance of getting this past customs without me? You can be a bit more generous.
The other's words possess the discomforting ring of truth. This one could raise the sum to 500 credits. That is half this one's profit taken by the other. It can offer no more.
Okay, deal.
That's thoughtful of you.
This one is glad to have come to an agreement.
Alright.
I'm just browsing right now.
This one awaits your return.
Well, let's go to the administrator's office and talk to this Analeas guy. The blizzard is blizzarding. Gianna?
How can I help you?
Well, tell me about the corporations.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Tell me about Elanus Risk.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Binary Helix.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Okay. Synthetic Insights.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
Alright. All kinds of shady stuff. I mean, that's basically what this planet is. Tell me about the lab facilities.
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
Big 15.
I hear there was an accident on Peak 15.
We're aware of the rumors. At the moment, contact with the facility is down due to weather. All employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid irresponsible free talk.
Hey, I'm not an employee, you should tell them that. Who has offices? Weather?
What kind of weather cuts modern communication?
A blizzard is sweeping the Scotty Mountains right now. Between the cloud cover and heavy snow, the satellite uplinks are cut.
What corporations work on Peak 15?
Binary Helix has leased the entire complex.
I see. You're ignoring the problem? What is this all about?
So, everyone shut up and keep your heads down?
Loose lips sink third quarter profits. You have a more blunt way of speaking than is common here, Commander.
I hear there was an accident on Peak
Oops.
15.
We're aware all employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid irresponsible free talk.
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus,
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Okay. Guess he wasn't busy. Hello. You have a drone and a safe. Overall, nice office, I guess.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain spaceborne vagabonds.
Oh, you've read my file.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Isn't lack of oversight risky?
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Alright, fair enough. So, let's start with Peak 15 problems.
Is there some problem on Peak 15?
An area of severe weather has cut off contact. Things will return to normal in a few days.
Okay, let's hit him with the big guns. Matriarch Benezia.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
Personal escort?
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? And you didn't think that was weird?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I see. What was their cargo?
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
Okay. Why is she here?
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor.
His what?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is authorized to act in his name. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I see. I need to see her?
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
So we drive there?
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't play ball, I'm sure someone else here will.
Alright.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Okay. Put it on my tab. Tell me about Saren.
Do you do business with Saren?
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is he developing weapons?
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
Guess you're not gonna tell us anything else.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Well, enjoy reading them. Douchebag. What a prick.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
I can see that. That guy was a real prick.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Qui'in. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
Alright. Well, you just said you can't say more. So, tell me more.
You said I should talk to Lorik Qui'in?
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Qui'in spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
Alright.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Alright, let's go to the hotel, since nobody will help us. It's kind of a weird situation. We need a pass. We can't get a pass as a Spectre. But they let us in as a Spectre with weapons, but they just won't give us a pass to drive. That's really weird. Especially since we're like above the law, but I guess they make their own rules here since they're not in Citadel space. I guess they just kind of received us, but they don't really want to help us in any way. Okay.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time.
Sure. Malan Callis?
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Have we met?
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
Okay, why can't you do it yourself?
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
Okay. Why me?
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
Alright. What's my reward?
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
Is it legal? I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it. But like...
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. Here's the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I have assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
Sure.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
Okay, I quit.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you soon.
So, espionage. An Asari named Malan Callis has asked you to wiretrap Rafael Vargas. She gave you a device that will hack into his personal network as you speak to him. Okay, I guess we can do that. And yeah, maybe you should give us, you know, a garage pass instead of, what was it, 500 credits? That's very little. Okay, let's quick save.
Can I help you?
Do I go for Alliance or Spectre? Let's go for Alliance. Maybe he'll respect Spectre more.
Mr. Vargas, I'm Commander Shepard, a Spectre. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
Sorry, spy asked me. Okay, let's see if the price is right.
It's customary to perform minor genetic upgrades upon enlistment. I've been assigned to see what BH has to offer.
It was my understanding that the Citadel contracted to a Solarian corporation for its enhancement programs.
That's correct.
I'm sure you know that we pass a new budget every fiscal year. If it delivers a better soldier, contracts can change.
A sound business practice. Excuse my hesitation, I've never heard a government accused of good business sense. First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. We can maximize the odds, but every strand of DNA is unique. Our patented techniques can provide an 8% improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting, and a measurable decrease in CG muscle degeneracy.
Okay, this guy's getting very technical. Luckily, we got Paragon. I think we're full on charm, so we should be able to do all of this.
I've never heard of a technique that improves zero-gravity endurance.
It's a first for the industry. The advent of element zero-based artificial gravity made it a less pressing concern. We're still waiting for tests to give us an average improvement. We estimate a 7 to 11% decrease in muscle loss rates. I can get you those improvements for 30k credits per head. For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package, guaranteed 20/15 vision and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
He rubbed the back of his neck. What about distribution?
How would you distribute the upgrades? Retroviral injections would take some time.
Well, it does take time to upgrade a body with adjusted DNA. Skin cells could be replaced in 2 weeks, but the liver takes over a year and the skeleton a decade. For frontline units, we can speed the process with full system transfusions and injections to stimulate regrowth. It would still take 6 months to see results. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business. There are many development projects on Noveria, some not entirely legal.
Oh, do you know of any?
If you have any tips, I'd appreciate them. It would reflect well on you and Binary Helix.
I'll keep that in mind. Of course, we don't perform espionage on our competitors. That would be illegal.
Okay, I guess that worked.
I'm sorry, Mr. Vargas. That's a call I have to take. Thank you for your time.
Of course, Commander Shepard. We look forward to doing business with the Citadel.
I'm sure you will. Maybe you'll do business with the Asari.
Any results?
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
Oh, come on.
Only 500. All right. I thought you might have wanted to provide more. Since you couldn't do it yourself, I mean.
Ooh.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Shepard was sassy, we got +2 Renegade. But we also got Paragon a lot, I guess. And yeah, my charm is full. Intimidate doesn't matter because it's basically the same thing. We got a little bit of Renegade. Alright, let's look around here more. You got anything else?
You're the Spectre, right? Management told us not to talk to you.
All right. Just decor. Sorry, Liara. Let's go upstairs. This music slaps.
I'm sorry. The hotel is off limits to those without a corporate account.
You gotta be the weirdest Solarian I've seen yet. I think your face is very long.
Don't hang up. Elder brother, it's me. I'm on Noveria now. I can't talk long. This call is costing 10 credits a minute. It's real time from the Traverse. Did you think it would be cheap? I need some information. There's an issue here with synthetic insights. The manager, Lorik Qui'in, he got caught with his toes wet. The office is closed by Hanshin's administrator. I need you to see what you can find out about. Are you ready for his name? Ronadrill, Gon, Swa, Folsoon, Keratin, Dar, Eati, Bella, Moyes. No, that's the administrator. The Hanshin administrator. Well, think about it. A Turian wouldn't risk getting his office closed. They don't compromise their team. That's drilled into them from boot camp. I think the administrator is using this Qui'in fella to draw flies from his own clutch. Of course I could look it up myself. But do you think I'm likely to get any unfiltered data through Noveria's own network? That, and it would take forever for any out-system search results to get back here. Thank you, Elder Brother. I have to go. Yes. I'll speak to you soon.
All right. That was an interesting conversation. So Annaleas and Qui'in are having a little spat. Maybe that's why Inamorta's here, actually. Or one of them. Maybe Qui'in hired him to take care of Annaleas.
Beat it.
Because Annaleas has ERC, right? Maybe his protection for Qui'in if things go sideways. Or maybe maybe Inamorta was supposed to go into synthetic insights to get the evidence, what we're gonna do. I'm thinking that's it. We just disabled the security. Obviously we haven't talked to Qui'in yet, but I think that's my guess here. He wants that evidence, and he's gonna send Inamorta to deal with ERC. But since we're a Spectre, he's gonna give that to us because he feels like he has a better shot, and he probably doesn't have to pay us he just gives us a garage pass.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Did you see an Asari matriarch recently?
Yes, she caused quite a stir. It's not every day a matriarch arrives with a guard detail of commandos.
They let commandos in?
Armed commandos were allowed on Noveria?
I don't know if they were disarmed. Of course, one can't confiscate biotic powers. Saren, and by extension, Venezia, is an important person. By that I mean an investor who might sell stock, if denied.
What's she doing here?
You know why Venezia is here?
She claimed to be Saren's assistant, here to get a certain project back on track. I suspect she meant Peak 15.
Is it odd to see a matriarch?
Is it so unusual to see a matriarch?
They rarely venture beyond Asari space. To see such an esteemed figure is surprising. Lady Benezia was also dressed for her role. An Asari in a pinstriped suit set tongues wagging among the younger male employees, so to speak.
Young males have an unhealthy obsession with my species.
Well, maybe you guys shouldn't dress that way. Another question.
I have a different question.
Humans are full of questions. I should write a book about it while I have the time to spare.
Alright. Leaving Hanshan.
I need to get up to peak 15.
Indeed. That might be difficult. A terrible storm has been unleashed up there.
Right.
The administrator won't give us garage access.
Not surprising. Of course, all the managers have access as well. I do, for that matter.
Really?
Are you Lorik Qui'in? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
Well, I just told you, mate.
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
See, he's already ready to pay for his evidence. So I think Inamorda was here because of that. Just like as a last resort, but we were maybe the better alternative.
Why didn't Analeus cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
What the hell is a Nathak?
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
Alright, I'm interested.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence against Mr. Analeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Hanshan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Okay. We'll try. So yeah, interesting development here. So is there a way to maybe talk to Analeus about this and let him get the evidence and maybe he'll give us a pass, but I don't think he will. So you know what, let's just but Analeus is such a prick, so at least this guy is a Turian and is honorable. And I don't think we can trust Analeus. Lily Hyrax.
Spectre, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for my eco's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
Well, personal questions. You can do that.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
All right, Lee. Any news?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Annihilus, and a matriarch came through.
Cool. Tell me about the matriarch.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
Tell me about Peak 15.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
I see.
What was that about Synthetic Insights?
Scuttlebutt says Lorik Qui'in was on the take. Annihilus shut down SI's offices. Quiet like, so no off-world lawyers come in on it.
I have to leave the station.
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Annihilus or the managers, if you can polish enough gizzard.
You have one?
Maybe you could let me borrow yours?
Sure. If I wanted to lose my job and get sued into the next spiral arm. Security tracks card use.
All right, man.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Let's just quick save and then see if we can find this evidence. They're already here.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Well,
Lorik Qui'in gave me a pass in.
Qui'in? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
and you're here legally.
Annihilus is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Qui'in. Annihilus has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
A Varen up his ass, huh? Okay. Ashley? Oh shit, we're already here. Alright, Ashley, get in there. Guess that's all of them. They didn't have any loot. Light Turian. Garrus doesn't need that. No human ones yet. Colossus or anything. From looting. Or buying. weapons. A Polaris 8 amp. Liara. No. You got a Savant. More loot. These are locked. Medigel, and we downloaded the evidence. Alright, let's quick save in case. This, I remember, being a bit of a surprise tough fight if you come here unprepared. This chick is pretty tough.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
You have me at a disadvantage, miss.
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services. Ananias would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
What a load of crap. You're here off-duty breaking the law for bribe money.
Tell her, Ashley. They didn't give me a choice.
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Well, I don't need a gun to rip you to pieces.
Well, good luck. Here's an overload and a throw. Ashley. They are as being a tank here. Ash, come on. Don't waste your time over there. Liara, give this guy a lift. Never mind. Light armor survivor 8. And it sucks. Alright, that was interesting. Went a little into the weird part of the combat. Oh.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Nope.
It's probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Qui'in. I'll be waiting.
All right. Let's do that. Gianna wants you to speak with her at a hotel. Is this the hotel? All right, here you are.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Really? Why are you here?
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Qui'in to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
Your job?
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, "This month I stole 3 million credits." Qui'in's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
All right. Corruption?
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
Why don't you ask Qui'in directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
Well, then why would I believe you? Wouldn't you show him, like, proof? Before? Okay, whatever. I need Qui'in's pass.
I need Qui'in's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Baby. Can we ask again?
You gave me the company line about Peak 15. What's the truth?
Before the weather closed in, Hanshan received a Code Omega signal from him. Code Omega means a terminal breach of safety protocols. No one goes up until the crew sends an all clear.
That's all you know?
That doesn't tell me much.
That's all I've got. No one knows what's going on up there.
But if there's no all clear?
And if the crew never sends an all clear?
The executive board votes whether or not to destroy the facility. One antimatter warhead from the battle stations vaporizes all contaminants.
All right. Venezia.
Do you know why the matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, the automated warning of a containment breach. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
Do you know what she had in the crates?
No idea. The commandos wouldn't let anyone near them. They seemed heavy, though.
No, it was Geth. How did the Geth, they didn't trigger any weapon screenings? Interesting.
How can I get to Peak 15?
The shuttles are down, so you'd have to drive up. If you get Qui'in to testify, I'll get you into the garage.
All right.
I'll talk to Qui'in and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
All right, let's go talk to Qui'in. Hopefully, he won't mind.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
Testify against Analeas.
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Analeas.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Come on, you'd be a hero.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Analeas' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board is investigating Analeas. They will be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
All right. And our Paragon is rising and rising. And I think if you're full Paragon or full Renegade, you get a special quest. Depending on which one. So that's pretty cool. Now let's go directly to Gianna, and then we'll probably end the episode. We'll see how much time we have left.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
I convinced Qui'in.
It took some persuasion, but Qui'in has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
What about the garage? I thought you'd be happier.
Doesn't this help you? You don't seem particularly happy.
I'm ecstatic, but right now, I just feel like a long day of work is ending. While you were working on Qui'in, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Smug prick got what he deserved. Let's loot his office. And take his... I guess he had ammo. And now, maybe before we finish up for today, we'll read a few more codexes since there's so many of them. So let's see, where did we leave off? But the secondary ones, I think we were doing Turians here. Turians religion. Although Turians have a strict moral code, their belief in individual responsibility means that the concepts of good and evil are simply the individual's choice between egotism and altruism in any given situation. They have no concept of good deities that encourage noble behavior or evil ones that tempt individuals to misdeeds. Turians believe that groups and areas have spirits that transcend the individual. For example, a military unit would be considered to have a literal spirit that embodies the honor and courage it has displayed. A city spirit reflects the accomplishments and industry of its residents. An ancient tree spirit reflects the beauty and tranquility of the area it grows within. These spirits are neither good nor evil, nor are they appealed to for intercession. Turians do not believe spirits can affect the world, but spirits can inspire the living. Prayers and rituals allow an individual to converse with a spirit for guidance or inspiration. For example, a Turian who finds his loyalty tested may appeal to the spirit of his unit, hoping to reconnect with the pride and honor of the group. A Turian who wishes to create a work of art may attempt to connect with the spirit of a beautiful location. Turians enjoy absolute freedom of religion and can practice whatever appeals to them so long as it does not impede anyone's ability to perform their duties. There are many practitioners of the Asari Seerist philosophy. Since opening dialogue with the Human System Alliance, some Turians have embraced Confucianism and Zen Buddhism. Interesting. I mean, I guess it makes more sense to them than other religions. There we have the Unification War. At about the time the Salarians and the Asari were forming the Council, the Turians were embroiled in a bitter civil war. The Unification War, as it was later named, began with hostilities between the colonies furthest from the Turian homeworld, Palaven. These colonies were run by local chieftains. Many of them had distanced themselves from the hierarchy. Without the galvanizing influence of the government, the colonies became increasingly isolated and xenophobic. Colonists began wearing emblems or facial markings to differentiate themselves from members of the other colonies, and open hostilities became common. When war finally broke out, the hierarchy maintained strict diplomacy and refused to get involved. After several years of fighting, less than a dozen factions remained, and the hierarchy finally intervened. By that time, the chieftains were too weak to resist. They were forced to put an end to fighting and renew their allegiance to the hierarchy. Though peace was restored, it took several decades for animosity between colonists to fade completely. To this day, most Turians still wear facial markings of their home colonies. As a point of interest, the Turian term barefaced refers to one who is beguiling or not be trusted. It is also a slang term for politicians, of course. Barefaced. Okay, I think we're done with the council races. And non-council races, we still have Quarian stuff here. So Quarians, law and defense. Although the conclave establishes civil law, much as any planet-based democracy, enforcement and trials are more unique. After a flight from the GAF, there were few constables to police the millions of civilians aboard the fleet, so the Navy parceled out Marine squads to maintain order and enforce the law. Today, Qui'in Marines have evolved training and tactics akin to civilian police, but remain adept at combat in the confined spaces of a starship and fully under the command of the military. Once taken into custody, the accused is brought before the ship's captain for judgment. While the ship's council may have recommendations, tradition holds that the captain has absolute authority in matters of discipline. Most are lenient, assigning additional or more odious maintenance tasks aboard the ship. Persistent recidivists are accidentally left on the next habitable world. That's kinda horrible. The practice of abandoning criminals on other people's planets is a point of fiction between the Qui'ins and the systems they pass, a point of friction and in between the systems they pass through. Captains rarely have another choice. With space and resources at a premium, supporting a non-productive prison population is not an option, I guess. In the early years, many Qui'in freighters were armed and used as irregular privateers. Civilian ships still show a strong preference for armament, making them unpopular targets for pirates. Though they have rebuilt their military, there are still mere hundreds of warships to protect tens of thousands of ships. The Qui'in's navy follows strict routines of patrol and take no chances if the intent of an approaching ship can't be ascertained. They shoot to kill. Okay, let's do one more primary one, and then we'll close the episode.
The home world and capital of human. The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
Okay, well, good for the Alliance. So, I think it's enough for today. We'll continue next time. So thank you for watching and farewell.